Welcome along on this Saturday afternoon to the south of France, to the 59th Formula One World Championship French Grand Prix. Yes, we are back in France after an absence of 10 years, and it's round 8 of the Formula One Championship in 2018. On board now in the Williams of Lance Stroll.
Whoops.
Whoa,
come back.
Got a bit airborne.
I hit the floor quite aggressively.
We'll see this off board. That got really launched.
Yeah, he had to turn into the slide in turn 2 and went across the curbs on the outside, designed to dissuade you from being out there.
Marcus Ericsson, they rebuilt his chassis after his crash yesterday. It's got him out of Q1 for the time being. Charles Leclerc goes ahead of his teammate in 11th fastest. Sergio Perez next across the line. He is in the bottom 5. Not anymore. Has gone 12th fastest. And then we wait for Alonso and for Van Dorn, who are both in that bottom 5 at the moment. And Alonso will stay in that bottom 5. Only 16th fastest. So Stoffel Van Dorn, for the first time this season, actually has the opportunity now to out-qualify his teammate. Alonso won as part of the Toyota trio in Le Mans last week, and he has had a qualifying to forget here, as has Stoffel Van Dorn as well. Brendan Hartley will start at the back of the grid because he's had multiple new parts fitted in terms of engine components, and he can't get out of Q1 anyway, so definitely starting at the back of the grid and not taking part in qualifying anymore. Lance Stroll will be the slowest driver of the 20 in this first part of qualifying. It's another wretched qualifying session for Williams.
Yeah, but the shock for me is McLaren. That's a very poor performance, 16th and 18th. They're 1.4 seconds off the fastest car around there, Verstappen, with the same engine.
And this was Romain Grosjean coming out of the pits, doing a little do-si-do with the Sauber. Which I'm just looking now, he actually does let the Sauber get past once again on the track.
If that gets called up, the steward, he'll say, well, they released him in front of me. It's a bit naughty down there.
Sainz goes 8th fastest then. Is that going to be good enough to get him through into Q3? Kimi Räikkönen stays 3rd fastest behind his teammate Sebastian Vettel. Gasly misses out on Q3 by 6 milliseconds. Such a close margin. Romain Grosjean next across the line moves up from 9th to 5th fastest. Esteban Ocon is in the bottom 5 at the moment in his home Grand Prix. Desperately wants the top 10, gets the top 10, but only 10th. His teammate Sergio Perez still on the track, might be able to beat him. Max Verstappen next across the line goes 4th fastest. Bottas has just gone quickest through the middle sector. Ricciardo only 8th fastest for Daniel Ricciardo as Charles Leclerc goes into the top 10 at the expense of Esteban Ocon. What an upset that could be if a Sauber gets through into the top 10. So Nico Hülkenberg becomes the next focus. Is it going to be Germany or is it going to be Monaco? Into the final part of qualifying, it's going to be Monaco. Charles Leclerc does it and Nico Hülkenberg misses out.
So well done, Charles. We are in Q3. Q3 P10.
Woohoo! Oh, yes!
And the first time Sauber have been in Q3 since the Italian Grand Prix in 2015. Nico Hülkenberg, he's only 12th. Esteban Ocon ahead of him. Sergio Perez only 13th. Neither Force India car getting through to Q3. Marcus Ericsson in the other Sauber was the slowest driver in Q2. And Pierre Gasly is the other one putting his feet up. There into the wall goes Romain Grosjean. The Haas is out of qualifying and he's taken a hefty bang down at turn 5 and it has red flagged the session.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah. I can't engage reverse.
Okay.
Can't engage reverse.
Sorry, just take your time. Take your time.
So it's turn 3. Ambition ahead of Adhesion there on the back of the car. Oversteered on him, couldn't catch it quickly enough. It wasn't really that big an impact in the end, was it?
No.
Yeah, so it just unsettled the car. I suspect it was a little bit pointy as he went in.
We're looking at Sebastian Vettel, the championship leader, making his way down the straight to start his final flying lap. Mercedes with their engine upgrade and not suffering that power disadvantage that they felt they might have had in Canada.
Direction change was incredible in the middle of that chicane at turns 1 and 2.
That time you ducked and stepped back.
I did. Oh, that's gone a little bit wide as well. Looks like it's probably slippery in turn 3.
22.2 for Hamilton in the first sector, 22.4 for Valtteri Bottas in the first sector, 22.5 as you can see there for Sebastian Vettel. So he's already 3/10 down and has an awful lot to do.
It's not a great lap for the Ferrari driver.
It's not. So the duel then for pole position between the two Mercedes drivers. We're on board with Lewis Hamilton, his teammate Valtteri Bottas coming round the final corner now. Hamilton on provisional pole. Can Bottas possibly knock his teammate off the top spot and get his first pole position of 2018? Bottas crosses the line and he is ahead. So Bottas has done his bit. It was all in the last sector that he managed it. Lewis Hamilton now going for his first ever pole in France. Is it pole 75 in his career? Yes, it is for Lewis Hamilton. He is at the top. Bottas on the front row. Sebastian Vettel is third fastest. Max Verstappen goes wide there and might lose a little bit of time as well. Magnussen only 8th fastest.
It's over for Raikkonen. He's had a very slow middle sector.
So Red Bull will be ahead of at least one of the Ferraris and when they start the race tomorrow. But which Red Bull will it be in 4th and which in 5th? It's Verstappen against Ricciardo. Verstappen leads 4-3 in the qualifying head-to-head this season. The checker flag out there as Verstappen crosses the line and goes 4th fastest. Can Ricciardo get ahead of him? No, he can't. Charles Leclerc has out-qualified Kevin Magnussen. He is 8th on the grid for the French Grand Prix tomorrow.
Nice work, Lewis. So that's P1, mate. We've got Valtteri, P2, just over a 10th behind. Vettel P3.
I think a significant weekend all round if Leclerc can carry on that form in tomorrow's race as well. A 52nd front row lockout for Mercedes though. They're only 10 now short of the all-time F1 record set by Williams and McLaren, who incidentally were both knocked out in Q1 today. Valtteri Bottas is on the front row for the 3rd time in the last 4 races. Lewis Hamilton takes pole position in France for the first time in his career.